Jay throws a few curves to MSNBC's hardball Chris Matthews, plus comedian Nick Swarsden and crooner Lyle Lovett, all right after your local news.
American forces suffer the deadliest single day in Iraq since the start of the war.
Tonight, a timeline of the city's response to a subway fire that cut off a crucial transit lifeline. Did the timing make a difference?
A family's grief over the sudden violent death of a husband and father, a firefighter killed in the line of duty.
You're watching NBC for New York. And now, Chuck Scarborough, Sue Simmons, Janice Huff, and Len Berman. This is News Channel 4 at 11.
Good evening. 37 U.S. troops killed in a single day in several incidents.
A helicopter crash in bad weather and ambushes in the cities of Iraq cost American forces dearly tonight. In the 4 days before the elections, the Pentagon predicts things could get even worse. Andrew Siff is here with the latest. Andrew?
Well, Sue and Chuck, the U.S. had been hoping that extra tight security might help curb violent attacks as the election approaches on Sunday. That has not happened, and now on top of that, 31 American soldiers killed, the result of what appears to be a tragic accident. The chopper crashed near Iraq's western border in a sandstorm. 31 U.S. soldiers, 30 Marines and 1 sailor, men and women from Camp Pendleton in California, were aboard what's called a Super Stallion, the largest military transport helicopter in the U.S. fleet. The soldiers were moving to election sites to provide security for Sunday's vote. So far, the tragedy appears accidental.
A recovery team is at the crash site, and the cause of the crash is currently under investigation.
But 6 other American soldiers died in combat today, marking the deadliest day for American troops since the war began nearly 2 years ago.
The story today is going to be very discouraging to the American people. I understand that. We value life. And we weep and mourn when soldiers lose their life.
Meanwhile, car bombs killed at least 24 Iraqis in Kirkuk. Explosions in the town of Bakuba hit political headquarters. And in Baghdad, 3 bombs hit empty schools, which are voting precincts, this weekend. U.S. commanders predict attacks will continue after the election.
We should anticipate that after the elections, that the people that desire to derail the process of a new future for Iraq will continue to fight and continue to fight hard.
The 31 aboard the helicopter added to the terrible toll at Camp Pendleton, home base for an estimated 400 of the 1,400 U.S. servicemen and women killed so far in Iraq.
I can't believe that, that many people at any one time could be, injured or killed. It's just, I don't know, it's just hard for me to even comprehend it.
And the latest security measure, the Iraqi government has imposed a curfew through the election. No one allowed on the streets between 7 p.m. and 6 a.m. Chuck and Sue.
Andrew Siff, thank you. Despite criticism for her statements on the Iraq war, tonight Condoleezza Rice is the country's new Secretary of State. She was sworn in tonight in a private ceremony. The Senate overwhelmingly confirmed her 85-13, but it was still the largest no vote for any Secretary of State nominee since 1825. There'll be a public swearing in. The ceremony is Friday.
Well, tonight, we're trying to get answers to troubling new questions about the cause of that subway fire over the weekend and the emergency response to it. The fire derailed the commute for 60,000 people. Jonathan Deese is live in Lower Manhattan right now with more for us. Jonathan.
Chuck, investigators tell us it took firefighters an hour and a half, 90 crucial minutes, before they were able to get water inside that important relay room that controls the A and C lines. Why the delay? That's the subject of many investigations tonight. Senior officials say there's an investigation into the 90-minute delay in firefighters reaching the burning signal station, also called a relay room. Some officials question whether the MTA was too slow in turning off the power to that room. During the wait, investigators say firefighters used dry powder to try to extinguish the flames leading to that room. However, it didn't work. Officials say only water would have done the job, but the electricity needed to be turned off first. The MTA responds saying the fire in the relay room may not have been immediately apparent. News Channel 4 has obtained a preliminary timeline of events. A C-train operator first reports the Sunday fire at 1:59 p.m. However, it's not until 2:44, 45 minutes later, that a station agent reports an electrical fire in that relay room. 43 minutes after that, at 3:27, MTA and FDNY officials attempt to get the power off at the scene, but were turned away by smoke. By 3:56, an MTA supervisor reports major damage to the relay room. Meanwhile, initial claims that a homeless person caused the fire may be in doubt tonight.
We simply don't know. It's under investigation now.
The commissioner added, while a homeless person is one theory, a work crew also may have left wooden construction materials at the scene, materials that may have fueled the flames.
We're investigating now as to whether or not there was construction at the site, whether workers working there sometime in the past.
One source cautions there are a lot of theories and no hard answers. Also unclear if getting water into that relay room any sooner would have made a difference in helping save the C train. Live in Lower Manhattan, Jonathan Deans, News Channel 4.
Jonathan, thank you.